Hi, I'm Jody Lane with Accelerated Medical Practices, and we host a monthly mastermind just for hormone clinic owners and providers. And it's designed to help you solve the real world challenges you face in your clinic every day. Each session starts with a short teaching topic, just like the one you're about to watch, led by the AMP team. Then we dive into live problem solving with the group. And whether you share, contribute, or just listen, you're going to walk away with something useful to improve or streamline your practice. It's low cost, it's no commitment, and you get the replay if you miss it. And because I really want you to check it out, I'm going to give you your first month absolutely free. Just email me at Jody, Jody, at acceleratedmedicalpractices.com with the word mastermind, and I'll send you the invite. You've got nothing to lose and a whole community to gain. Well, welcome everyone to our July mastermind. We've got a small but mighty group tonight, but we obviously are going to record this, and so we'll send this out to anybody that has been registered so they can enjoy the presentation from Patrick tonight. Patrick, what are we talking about?
Today, we are going to be talking about staff benefits, taking a look at what we can offer as a small clinic owner when you don't necessarily have that big budget that corporate places do.
Awesome. All right. Well, take it away. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Jody, and welcome to all of our virtual viewers. Let's see.
Hey.
And okay, are we on the presentation?
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, so exactly what I said. Creative staff benefits. Let's get a little creative here. So, first thing, benefits do matter. Even if we aren't that corporate company that we have all that money, we're offering major healthcare and everything, it still matters. So, the first thing I want to bring to front of mind is that good staff, the people that you want in your clinic, want more than just a paycheck, right? You don't want the person who is showing up, collecting the check, and then going home. Nothing necessarily wrong with it, but if you really want an amazing team, we want people who are a little bit more involved, a little bit more invested. And the best way to do that is to offer little benefits that go beyond just the paycheck. But we also do want to keep in mind that we are competing with those bigger companies that do offer those major benefits. So we have to get a little creative to try to come up with something that is competitive relative to all of those different things, because a lot more matters than just getting some health insurance. And if you don't have any benefits, you're likely to run into a lot of staffing issues where you have high turnover, no loyalty, and so we just want to keep all of that in mind. Where do we go? As we're coming up with these different benefits. But of course, the good news is, as a small business owner, you're not totally powerless. You can still offer something compelling to the individuals that you are looking for. So, next. What I like to think about is, other than money, other than just a paycheck, what do employees want, or what do you want out of a job? Well, one of the first things that comes to mind is flexibility, either in the schedule or paid time off, right? Especially today, what kind of flexibility do you have in this job is a very, very common question. So that's one topic that we're going to keep in the back of our mind. Another thing is growth. What kind of advancements are possible, either professionally or personally? How can you assist someone in their development in life? And people also want to feel like they belong. They want to fit in with the group. So, is there anything that you can do to help strengthen or foster the connection from within your staff, from person to person? What can we think about that it's possible that we do to strengthen those bonds? And then also stability. This one is incredibly important as a small business owner. Unfortunately, the truth of the matter is that new businesses aren't always successful. So, is there anything that we can do or anything that we can instill as part of our full package to help reinforce or help someone feel secure that they still have a position tomorrow and that the company is doing well. And then the last thing, fun. Everybody wants to enjoy their workplace. So, what can we bring out that actually makes the workplace fun? And, when I was like putting all of this together, there's a little bit of fun in all of these things. So, fun gets sprinkled in all over the place. So, the big question, can we offer benefits that go towards fulfilling these needs above and beyond our paycheck? And I dare say that there are a few different ways that we can approach this. So let's take a look at flexibility. The big one right now, work from home. It's a big thing that a lot of people are looking for. And so there's a couple different ways that we might be able to do this. If you're brick and mortar, might be a little bit difficult, but if you're a telehealth clinic, this could be very manageable for you, depending on how all of your systems are set up. So that's one benefit that you might be able to offer. Or maybe you have telehealth days where on Tuesdays, you will only see patients virtually. If you set up your office in that manner, is it possible to also shift responsibilities for roles so that they can be done home? Maybe you have admin days. Same principle applies here. If you have a day where you are closed to appointments, is it possible to set up your clinic so that those days can be spent at home? Think about it. There might be some work involved making it happen, but I think it's very manageable, very doable with the tools that are out there today. 4-day work week, you can shift the schedule. This is something that I actually did previously in our clinic where we shifted our schedule, moved things around, extended the days a little bit so that we are able to offer a 4-day work week. All right. That was a really big benefit. People will really enjoy having that extra day off, being able to either get stuff done, go to their appointments, take a little extra vacation more regularly. So that one's really fun. Or I think this one is pretty common for some reason, especially with dentists, right? Dentists are always closed on Mondays or Fridays, but are you able to close on a Friday or close early on a Friday? Some cases, this might be if you're very seasonal. So, here in Florida, we have our snowbird season. If you notice that you have a period of time throughout the year where you do have a dramatic decline in your appointment numbers, and it's just the seasonality of it, maybe you can do seasonal hours. You can say during the winter we close on Fridays or Monday. So that's what we're looking for, ways that we can get creative. But offering those various flexibility routes can give you a little bit of advantage over those bigger guys that are a little bit more structured and don't have that ability. Let's take a look at growth. So I split this up. We have professional growth and our personal growth. So professionally, you have different people on your team who are holding a license or a certification. So, do we have a stipend to help them pay for those fees for renewals? This goes beyond just your providers. That might be the first thing to jump to your mind. But if you have a medical assistant who has their MA certification and they have to renew it every 2 years, for you, it's probably a pretty minor cost. I think it depends on the state, $60 to $120. But if you cover that cost, it can come through quite authentically and be a really big bonus to some people. We can also offer to pay for some continued education. So offering an allowance or for paying for certain courses based on the position, just helping out with maintaining their license and their certification so they can continue working for you, almost like it's part of the job. This one is, I think, really incredible. Attendance to a conference. This is something that I actually took quite a bit of advantage of early on in my time with the clinic. It was part of my kind of compensation. And this one, I think, is really key for people who understand the value of the knowledge that you can get from a conference. If you have somebody with sights on furthering their education, going back to school, or anything like that, this can be really appealing. Beyond that, you also might just have somebody who just really loves to learn this stuff. And so having the chance to go to a conference, preferably with you, is really great because if you're going with them, then you're also having all that bonding time and getting to know them as a person outside of work. And it just works really, really well all the way around. Mentorship. Same lines here. If you have somebody who wants to become a nurse practitioner, you're a nurse practitioner, and you can offer mentorship, or you've followed the route that or you've gone through the route that they want to follow, being able to support somebody can be incredibly important and make a world of difference in that journey. Okay, let's take a look at personal. A wellness stipend. If you are a wellness focused clinic, does it make sense to encourage or support wellness behaviors? I think so. So we can offer a wellness stipend, and this can be in the form of a gym membership. You can create partnerships with gyms where you get a group price, and then your staff can go over there, get a membership, and you can pay for the membership. This be really inexpensive. I mean, you can look at gym memberships, $20 to $35 a month. Adding on that benefit can make a big difference, especially when you're doing it as a group, because now you're having that encouragement, reinforcing those positive behaviors as well. And so you're kind of stacking these benefits on top of the benefits that you would get from this too. All right. Now let's take a look at how do we help somebody feel like they belong? This also goes a little bit towards trickle fun throughout this, but quarterly team experiences. And these can be, a variety of different things. You can just go out and do a fun, or I don't know, birthday activity kind of things, bowling, an escape room, going out to dinner, something that gets everybody together and helps with the bonding, building those friendships outside of the work. You can do something that's a little bit more exercise based. You can do a fun run, 5K. Maybe you're a yogi or something, you want to do yoga or just anything like that. If you are gathering people with similarly liked activities and you are getting a lot of yogi people together, then go for yoga. You're getting a group of people that love being outdoors, go for a hike or a 5K. Find some commonality and encourage those, and then make those a company sponsored event where you bring everybody with you. I like to also really encourage treating your staff for free. I like to say, make drinking the Kool-Aid easy. So if you're bringing somebody into your clinic who is unfamiliar with your services or with hormones, and they're a candidate, we're not going to throw everybody on hormones, but if they're a good candidate, treat them for free. And when I say treat them for free, I don't necessarily mean that you cover all of the costs, but don't charge for your time. If you're not incurring a direct cost, don't pass a cost on to your staff. Okay, this could be an incredible benefit. And you obviously know that this can make an incredible difference in their life as well. I would also offer some steep discounts on products. This is, again, a dual-edged thing. Let's make it easy for them to drink the Kool-Aid. We want to put them on supplements, or they do need some prescriptions. So let's not look to make a profit off of the employees. But also, this goes towards them trying the treatments and trying your services so that they can speak better about them with your patients or potential patients. So, really, you're benefiting quite a bit by this, and then they're going to benefit as well. This can be a huge perk for people. All right, now let's look at how do we instill some stability within the clinic, express stability within the clinic. I think having a clinic profit bonus pool is one way that you can really do this. And the way that I would go about this is creating some revenue goals and sharing it with your team. And then when you hit goals, reward your team. This can be in the form of a bonus check. So on a quarterly basis, if we hit this goal for the quarter, and you can do revenue, but you don't necessarily have to stick it to revenue. That one's very easy to do and easy to track. That's why I like it. You can do a number of patients and showing that growth with the clinic. Those go towards the mindset that the clinic is doing well, we are achieving the goals, we are going to be here tomorrow, and we are rewarding people for being part of that success. Another thing that you can do is think about the future. And so when I have this, I have tenured based PTO. What I mean by that is you're with the clinic for 1 year, you get a week. You're with the clinic for 2 years, you get 2 weeks. With the clinic for 3 years, 3 weeks. pretty basic here, but it's something that's easy to miss as you're starting to put together your compensation packages for your employees. And so by having this in place, you're already immediately telling your staff as they're coming on board that we want you to be here in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. We expect to be here in the future as well. So we're just speaking it into the universe, even if it's only your first month being in business. We're going to be here in 2 years, and these are the benefits that you are getting in 2 years. So just putting that in place and putting that as part of your package and your onboarding packages. And the last thing I have, how do we build in some fun, right? So there are some fun things that were already in here, but I'm going to build on to our revenue goals. And by doing that, I mean, so if we have some big wins, let's have some big fun. Okay. And what I mean, if you have your quarterly goal, all right, so we have quarterly goals, let's create an annual goal. Let's pull a big yearly goal and make it lofty. We want something that makes us work. We want to stretch for this. And then when you hit it, that is cause for a big celebration. And you can let people know ahead of time what happens when we hit it. It could be a vacation. You could do a 2-day vacation. You could take the team out to a theme park. I say theme park because we're in Orlando. Um, you could take them to a hotel getaway, a resort. If it's a really big goal, heck, you could take them to Mexico. But you could do a team day spa or team spa day. Um, or you could do a big item purchase. If you are an office, I don't know that everybody gets a Louis. That might be crazy. I don't know how much those things are, but you can get creative. No, no Louis. Mm, okay. Maybe something smaller. But if everybody, gets somebody that something everybody likes, maybe it could be AirPods, wearing nice headphones. But a big gift, something more than just a little congratulations, but a big wow that is equivalent to the big win that you just had as a result from their efforts. And the last thing I have for a little fun is a team party. These, oftentimes people do like a Christmas party, get everybody together. Strongly, strongly, strongly encourage you. If you are doing those, bring the spouses. It's really important to involve the spouse. Um, that's part of their family. They're very important in their life. And if you can make them important or show that they're important inside of your clinic, it can go a really, really long way. And it's not a benefit that you would necessarily say, hey, we're going to compensate you with by caring about your partner, but it is felt, it is seen, and it will carry through quite a distance. So I'm going to end with you don't need a corporate budget to make people feel valued. You just need a little bit of creativity. Thank you very much. That's how we can be creative about our benefits.